Yo, yo, brother.
33rd, what it do, boy?
What's up, my guy?
Hey, chilling, man. Have we got some news this week?
Oh, dude, I'm fucking stoked to talk about it. I know this is finally. I love when we get a little bit of a break, especially for the podcast sake, because it just gives us a chance to just fucking fuck around, just talk, do whatever, talk about really anything, and we don't really have to focus on diving into cards as much, even though we do have a card this weekend. But it's not like, oh no, it's actually not this weekend. We have a card next week, the weekend after next. So we got there's a lot of MMA news, a lot of shit we can go over, a lot of new fights that got announced within the last week. It was like Christmas last week, Nick.
Dude, Dana White knows what he's doing, man. If there's going to be a couple slow weeks in the UFC, he's like, all right, well, let me just drop you with some fucking heaters. And Jesus Christ, did he do that?
Dude, he definitely did. But yeah, this is Over the Octagon podcast again. I'm your host, Dirty Bird, alongside Nick Nasty, and this is episode 37. So welcome in. Yeah, like I said, Dana White dropped a bunch of fucking news on us, man. We can kind of just kind of start from the top and kind of work our way through a couple of announcements that maybe you know of off the top of your head. I'm trying to think which one got announced first. I believe the first one announced was Colby Leon.
Colby Leon, dude, and everybody in the world is happy about this. Everybody wants to see Colby get dropped. I don't even know a Colby fan.
I mean, there's a bunch of stands out there for sure.
No way, man.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, Colby Leon gets announced. And Leon's coming in as the favorite at minus 135. So not a crazy favorite, which is kind of odd to me. He's not a very high favorite. It's a very even fight. What's your thoughts on that? I know we'll talk more about it in a couple of weeks, but I think Leon gets it done. I think Leon is I mean, I might change my mind later on, but as of right now, I'm sticking by the champ in that one.
Man, I'm sticking by the champ as well. I mean, it's crazy. You've seen him fight other people. Like you saw Colby fight Usman, I think twice,
Yeah,
and wasn't even a fight. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't
exactly.
impressed. And you see this, but at the end of the day, dude, this has been the craziest fucking year of mixed martial arts I've ever seen in my life.
So who knows?
I don't know what I mean. Maybe Colby has taken this year off, juiced up, got the juice out of his system. Now he's just a fucking machine. But it's still, I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, if we've learned anything over this year, we now have Sean O'Malley as a UFC champ, Sean Strickland as a UFC champ. Could we have Colby Covington to complete the trilogy as a champ?
You put those three in a room at the same time doing a podcast, that would be one of the funniest shits I've ever seen in my life.
Shit would be funny. And like, dude, yeah, we'll get into that one. But alongside Leon and Colby, they announced the co-main to that, which is they announced this whole card basically. This is whole card that's been announced, so we can go over the whole thing. So they announced Alexander Pantoja will now defend his belt against Brandon Royval, who he's fought before. So this will be their second fight.
Yeah,
that one.
first fight was good.
Yeah, that one I'm not 100% sure on. We've only seen Pantoja as the champ. We've only seen him win the belt. We haven't seen him defend the belt. So we don't really know what we're gonna see. So that one I'm not too sure about. The welterweight bout got announced: Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Wonder Boy.
Yo,
that's gonna be
that's huge.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm not really as 50-50 as I expected to be on this fight.
Really? Where are you aiming for, dog?
I think Shavkat's gonna beat him.
Oh yeah, I think so too, man. This is we've been talking about him since episode 1 of we like Shavkat over the Octagon. We really like him, dude. He's good. This is a test for him, man. This isn't like him going against a fucking gatekeeper like Jeff Neal and all those other guys. No, this is a
it's
Neil
a true
Magny,
striking test.
This is a you're going against one of the best. This guy, I mean, everybody loves Wonder Boy.
Yeah.
He could fight everybody. So this is the decline of his career, but is the Shavkat, however, is ranked higher. I know a lot of people want him to get a little higher ranked fight, but I mean, this card, this is just
stacked.
This is insane. I cannot fucking wait for this card, bro.
Yeah, and yeah, this is definitely going to be one we're going to have to get together to watch for sure. But yeah, so Shavkat Wonderboy, that one's going to be a great fight. Then we get Tony Ferguson, Paddy Pimblett. We get
This blows
this.
my mind, bro.
Yeah, this might be like I mean, the battle of the biggest dumbasses in the fucking UFC. You got Paddy, who's a complete loser, and then you have fucking Tony Ferguson, who is literally on a 6-fight losing streak, who hasn't won a fight in God knows how long, and he's gonna fight Paddy Pimblett. I love it.
I mean, dude, I I want Tony to do this and just fucking embarrass him, man. And I think if he tries like getting close with fucking Patty the Fatty the whole time, it's not going to be good. Patty's a good scrambler, unfortunately. He
Yeah,
is.
I
He's got to
know.
get.
I don't like this in favor of Ferguson.
I don't, man. But the thing is, this people forget, even though it's been a while.
Tony Ferguson is that motherfucker, dude.
And I fucking hope he takes this training so hard because I feel like he got knocked out 2 years ago and hasn't recovered since.
Nah, Prime Ferguson, dude, was an unstoppable force.
Dude, he had such great hands, man.
Oh yeah. Dude,
And
if
like,
he's gotta like go to the press conference with the shades on and just be sitting there in like a tank top or some shit. Dude, fucking Tony Ferguson, dude. I don't even know how he's still fighting. Dana White had made a comment though, if he does lose the fight, I think he retires. Which, you know, I talk a lot of shit about Paddy, and I'll continue talking shit about Paddy because I think he sucks and I think he's a loser. But I don't see a. I don't know. I just think Tony might be out of his prime on this one.
yeah.
But
Well,
I want nothing more. I want nothing more than Ferguson to knock him out.
Why do you hate Patty so much?
Oh, I don't like him. I think he's a scrub.
Yeah.
Yeah, scrub, dude. I've never really liked him, honestly.
Man, I mean, he's not bad. He gets a lot of hate for being overrated, I guess. But I mean, the dude has performed somewhat well, man. And you know, he's vocal, but there is nobody like Patty. Like I don't hate him. I don't. I actually enjoy watching him fight.
Nah, hell nah. Nah, the press conference is going to be where the fun is. Him and Tony Ferguson at the press conference. That shit's going to be funny.
Oh my god, that's gonna be one for the books. Jesus, I didn't put two and two together at a press conference. What the fuck is gonna happen?
I know, right? And then to start the main card out, we asked for it, we got it. Another Ian Machado Gary fighting Vincent Luque. This is going to be a solid fight, but then yet again, I think Ian Gary takes it.
Dude, I think he takes it, man. Dude, Ian Gary's fought.
He's gonna be fighting for a title in the next year and a half, 2 years.
He is, man. He's been on a fucking onslaught, dude. It's been so sick to watch this guy fight, man. Honestly, you could, by the way he strikes and his accuracy and the way he twists his punches, bro.
Yep.
He could be a champ. I'm not just saying that, dude.
Oh no, you're not wrong.
Yeah, and I like him, man. I don't like the Conor McGregor wannabe thing. Be your own
guy.
Yeah,
I don't like that either, but
be you. But I mean, he's paying homage. And the thing, I mean, you got a lot of European guys on this fight. You know, England's representing for Paddy. Ireland's here for Gary. I mean, you got Shavkat or Kazakhstan over here. Dude, this is a fucking, and then Leon. I forgot Leon's English. So like, this is an awesome card, man. People are gonna. Dude, I'm sorry. This is the best year of MMA. I can't stop saying it, man. Like, what?
So, would you say that card's top 3?
Yeah. Yeah, I had to look over the rest. I'd say top 3. And right now, safely number 3.
Okay. Now, let's look at UFC 295. John Jones, Stipe Miocic, heavyweight title fight. Co-main event gets announced. Yuri Prohaska, Alex Pieta, light heavyweight, vacant belt. This shit is gonna be fun.
This is
fun.
Dude, you couldn't ask for 2 better back-to-back fights than that, in my opinion, man. You have 2 big light heavyweights in Alex and Yuri going toe to toe, which is going to be an absolute fucking war, dude.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a slaughter, dude. But the thing is if Alex catches Yuri, it's game over.
It is, dude. But years got a chin, man. And I just feel like, I see this. I see both men doing well, and I see Alex taking it in the fourth, maybe third. But I'd say 2 rounds is going to be, dude. It's going to be nuts, man.
Let's see how we'll just have to see how effective that shoulder is coming in, being off for so long, and apparently, the worst shoulder injury in UFC history. And then he's facing a guy like Alex, who is just his striking is just superb, unbelievable.
Yes, man. But dude, I'm looking at the rest of this fucking card,
Dude,
and
how many times in a year is Jessica Andrade gonna fight, dude?
dude, she started off strong, but Jesus Christ, she's getting her ass fucking kicked to
She has
pieces.
fell flat on her face, and after seeing what Mackenzie Dern did in her last fight, and how good of a wrestler she is, I think she's gonna wrestle fuck the shit out of Jessica Andrade. They might end up scissoring in the fucking middle of the octagon.
I'll scissor me timbers. Mackenzie can fucking get it. Might
Hell
be looking,
yeah.
dude.
Like, dude,
She,
she's gonna. I think this is a terrible matchup, dude. In my opinion, I think Mackenzie Dern beats Jessica Andrade, like bad.
I'm just kind of mad about like the rest of the card, man. Like, was there any effort in booking anyone? I mean, dude, people wanted fights. Like, I don't understand.
Well,
Like,
I think we're getting what we're getting in the co-main and the main. So,
yeah, yeah.
I
We're
mean,
gonna be
nobody
Vegas.
nobody is literally saying like, "Oh man, I can't wait for UFC 295 to watch Jared Gordon fight Mark Madsen."
Like, who the fuck would ever say that?
Yeah, nobody. And
Yeah,
nobody's saying, not even people are saying like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch Matt Snell fight Steve Ursig." Like, who
yeah,
the fuck is saying that? Dude, no, they're like, "Oh, I can't wait to watch John Jones fight Stipe." To be quite honest,
yeah,
I can't wait to watch Yuri fight Alex more than I can't wait to watch John Jones fight Stipe.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, that Yuri Alex fight is just that's top notch right there.
Yeah, man. And there's been talks of like, will we get a double retirement? Will John Jones and Stipe do it at the same time?
I think that would be a good look.
It'd be a great look, but
I think that would be a good look. I think it would be really good for the UFC. It'd be a humble moment for John Jones if he dominantly beats Stipe. It'll be a humble moment for John Jones to kind of say like, I came here, I did what I wanted to do. I became the best. I am the best fighter in the history of martial arts, and I'm going to retire alongside the greatest heavyweight champion of all time.
Stipe doesn't stand a chance.
No, not a chance at all.
Not even in his prime at all. Not in his prime.
Prime Stipe heavyweight was obviously one of the best.
I've seen him get dropped though, man. And the thing is, I've never seen John Jones take an L.
But it's true. But I think Stipe's, I think he's got a little bit CTE. I think he might be a little headstrong.
I don't think he has any chin left on him.
That's true. I think John Jones works his ass and makes it super fast too.
I hope we see some insane back in the day John Jones striking. I'm talking about spin kicks, crazy elbows, but I don't know if he will.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not real sure about that one. That one's kind of just up in the air. He could beat him in the first round, like in literally like a matter of seconds, or he could let's see, is there more to come? Did we get more announcements? I think we did, right?
I honestly think that was it.
Oh no. So we got I know a couple of them we missed, but they're like undercard fights. Or not really undercard fights, but like fights that might be on fight nights that we just haven't seen yet. So the first one that I can think of off the top of my head was Matt Frivola versus St. Pruitt or St. Pruitt.
Oh shit.
So
Yeah.
that shit's gonna be a fucking banger, dude. That you want to talk about two guys who can scrap? That's it.
And I like both fighters, man.
Oh, I love both. Yeah,
I'm going with Saint, however you pronounce his last name.
I think it's like St. Pruitt or something like that.
I'm going with him, dude. I'm a fan, dude. I like his background. I like what he does. The dude's a fucking badass, man. And this is going to be an insane fight. What card is this on?
I don't know what fight card that's on. Why am I'm blanking?
So am I, dude. It got announced, but like, Where would that
Has to be
go?
on like a fight night coming up.
Is that on? Is it on 294?
Nah, 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 nah. Upcoming. Is it on?
Same for you next fight.
Does it say?
No, it doesn't, man. I don't know, but either way, beyond stoked about it. I'm glad he responded that quick, man.
They might
He's
not
up
have
and
added it to the thing yet.
full
December
set.
2nd card. What day is December 2nd? Is that 296? No,
Um,
that's not. That's so we need trying to find it. Damn, why did I just lose it?
that a fight night?
It's a fight night, yeah.
Shit, good. I mean, a couple of these fight nights coming up in between. There's gonna be some solid fights on these.
Oh, you know what? After we get done talking about this, we do need to definitely highlight this past fight night. I didn't even think about that.
Oh yeah, it's
So
been a
that's
minute.
but here's some other fight announcements that we got that are all that I'm seeing right now. Sean Brady is taking on Kelvin Gastelum on December 2nd. That's a fight card. We have Andre Arlovsky gonna take on Waldo Cortez Acosta on January 13th. So we're already getting into next year's fights. This might be Andre Arlovsky's last Rumble.
Man, that one. I thought the last one was gonna be. That was kind of hard to watch.
I know that was pretty rough to watch, wasn't it?
Good though in the first round, man. He came out there. He just a little slap in the face. He got into it, and then
This one too. Tabitha Ricci will fight Lupi Godinez. That's gonna be a scrap. I mean, Lupi just literally made a fool of her last opponent and just demolished her. So who knows how that one's gonna go. Let's see. Anything else that I missed? Any other fights I can think of? We got Patty Tony. Bilal Muhammad said he has a fight coming up. I'm assuming it's more than likely going to be Kamaru Usman.
oh wow,
If I had to guess, that would be my guess.
that'd be that's a very good guess actually. Damn, that's a test too.
Yeah, no. Piotr Yan, Song Yadong, Piotr Yan. That should be a really good fight.
Yes, dude. I'm still a Jan fan, man. I
Yeah,
hope.
me too.
Yeah, and I'm still. I mean, dude, I'm and next week. We got Is it next week? The next fight
That's the
card.
following week.
We got Drew Dober bouncing back.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, that's all the fight announcements, man. I mean, that's a hell of a week to come into, especially on an off week where we can kind of go over it and talk about all of the announcements that got announced. So if we missed any, apologies, but I think we pretty much got them all. But yeah, this past fight night, man, what an unfortunate event, dude. Rafael Fiziev, one of the most promising upcoming fighters in the lightweight division, tears his MCL, or it might have been ACL or MCL, fighting Matiz Galmarat, and I think Fiziev was winning the fight. So it's kind of unfortunate to see him go out like that, and I hate it because now he's going to be out for at least a year.
Man, I remember one of my first hot takes I took on the podcast was that Rafael Fiziev was going to be a future champ,
You did. I remember that.
and this fucking sucked.
Yeah, it was hard to watch. That shit hurt to see. I because nobody ever rebounds from leg injuries like that, man. It's so hard.
It's tough, man, and it's just with someone like him, dude. I haven't seen speed like that on a fighter in a very long time, and just the way he moves, dude. I was instantly a fan. I think he got a lot of fans as well. So this is gonna suck a little bit, but I mean, at least he is younger, I think. So I mean,
Yeah, he
hopefully
is.
we'll see something. But
Because I think
yeah,
when he lost to Justin Gaethje, that was like his humble moment. Like, okay, there's levels, but I'm still good enough to compete with those levels. I'm going to be the best. And then he comes back and gets this fight and looks dominant. He looks promising. And he gets hurt.
yeah, and everyone's got to realize he lost to prime Gaethje. Gaethje is in his prime right now.
Which is weird to say because Justin Gaethje has been fighting for a long time.
I would love. I wanted. He was one of the guys that I wanted to see fight again before the end of the year. I knew that was asking a lot because his last fight was kind of recent. But I mean, what's next for him? I want to see him do something. He's in line for a belt.
Yeah, he'll get the
You know,
next title shot.
so I mean, I yeah, I don't know. I feel like he could definitely put up a fight against Islam.
Justin Gaethje, huh?
Absolutely, great wrestling, fucking hands. I mean,
Mentally unstable.
mentally unstable. It'll be a great fight that I want to see. I don't think he's gonna get out muscled. I don't. I think he's a freak in the workroom, and I can see him fucking dropping him. I think he has a better chance than Charles, and I'm a Charles fan. But I mean, I think he does. I'm not looking forward to the Charles fight, dude.
You're not looking forward to it?
No.
Why you say that?
I just don't see anything happening, man, with that. I do not see him. You
don't see Charles winning, is what you're saying.
At all. I don't see him dropping him. I don't see him doing anything. The thing is, people are like, oh, strength in wrestling. Strength doesn't really have much to do with fighting. It does. And I see, you saw Derek Lewis. What is jiu-jitsu? I just got out of full guard and stood up. You know what I'm saying? Strength does that. This guy, Charles, they almost like they're in different weight classes. Charles looks brittle to me, dude. He's good. He's a scrappy jiu-jitsu, really good striking. Islam can throw. Islam can wrestle. If he's going to wrestle, is he going to hold down a jiu-jitsu guy? Yeah, he's not going to get his head popped. He's going to be good the whole time. I don't see it happening anyway.
I don't know.
I would love for it to happen. I'm just being real, man.
All I'm saying is Charles has beaten prime Gaethje, prime Poirier, prime Michael Chandler.
Those guys weren't champs.
But he was.
Who?
Charles was.
Charles, yeah, but those guys he's beat, they're not on the same.
Yeah, but Islam hasn't fought anybody of that level besides Charles and Benel Dariush. And we saw what happened to Benel Dariush when he fought Charles.
Yeah, Benel Dariush is going extinct.
So, what is your argument here? Charles's biggest loss comes to Islam, who only beat Charles and Benel Dariush. Everybody else was like mid.
Yeah, I think Charles is good, man, but I mean,
Charles' resume is easily better than Islam's.
Resume for sure.
Oh wait, Charles. Let me Islam beat Bobby Green. There you go. What the fuck, Nick? Come on.
Islam's undefeated, right?
Yeah, I still think Charles has a chance.
I don't see it, man. Charles had a good time when McGregor left. He's got a lot of wins and stuff like that, a lot of finishes, all that stuff. But I mean, I'm not saying the people he fought were good, but they were good. But they weren't. Islam's a pound for pound number one fighter in the world.
No, he's not.
He's not ranked that.
No.
Oh, the second after Volk.
Third, actually.
Well, he beat Volk. It's just, I mean, I don't see it happening anyway. I like Charles's game. I just see him getting beat. I almost see him getting subbed out. I can see Charles getting gassed and getting choked out. I can see Charles getting TKO'd. I can't see Charles doing that to Islam.
I guess we're going to find out then, aren't we?
Well, how would you think Charles would win?
Decision? Outstrikes him? Knocks him out?
No, it ain't going to a decision.
I don't know, man. Volk was able to control it, and Volk's a littler man, and Volk knocked down Islam.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm biased though as fuck because I can't stand Islam, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I would love to see Volk beat his ass, but I don't think Charles has what it takes. Man.
No, I think Volk could beat him, and if they fought again,
definitely. But
I don't know though, man. Charles. I mean, obviously, we went over Charles's resume before. Whenever you used to talk shit about you don't even like Charles Oliveira like that because you're a fucking bum.
I like him. I just think, I mean, after Conor McGregor left, he went and cleaned up the crew. And his test, you beat Poirier and Gaethje and Chandler. Big fucking shit. Like, that doesn't impress.
Is big. That is big shit.
No, it ain't. That ain't big shit.
That is big shit.
It's,
Hey,
it's
baby.
not like you put a toe. I mean, I guess, yeah, no, I don't think it's that impressive.
But we'll see, man. Islam, if he loses, what do? You run it back again, right?
Fuck, immediately, I guess,
Yeah, man, ain't
that
got
would
no
be like,
choice.
I mean, but I'm tired of seeing that shit. Get Gaethje back.
Right.
I wouldn't run it back. I'd be like, yo, let Gaethje do it and Gaethje fight.
So, so the co-main, Bryce Mitchell, Freedom, and Dan Ige. Bryce Mitchell uses wrestling. I don't think he's that good. Dan Ige should have knocked him out, but he sucks.
He sucks. Bryce Mitchell doesn't even look like a UFC fighter, but he is. And
Like, I like Bryce Mitchell's. I like him as a person, but that wrestling is just ridiculous, dude. Come on, bro. He's not. He should have got knocked out. Dan Ige is the better striker, better fighter. He should have won. I know. Bryce Mitchell just tried to wrestle him and grapple him the whole fight.
I do like Brian Battle though.
Oh man, yeah, Brian Battle looks elite.
He looks elite, man. He's a fucking stud, dude. He was on a hot streak until he lost a couple fights ago, but
yeah,
he's a beast, dude.
No, he is good. I agree with you on that. And he fought AJ Fletcher, which AJ Fletcher looked big as shit, dude.
Yeah, he was towering over Brian.
He looked a little juiced up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, that man was sculpted.
And then Charles Jourdain is on a nice little streak.
Jourdain is.
Get a little first round sub in there. How about the fight of the night? Tim Means and Andre Filo. That one kind of took me by surprise. I thought Tim Means might have been on his downside, and Filo just looked shit.
Yeah. Tim Means, man, what a character. I enjoyed that fight, dude.
Like, I mean, how long has he been fighting? 33 and 15.
You know what he goes by, right?
The Dirty Bird, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Fucking legend.
He got 20 wins by knockout.
Yeah, I was surprised, man. I thought he was going to lose, I'll be quite honest, but I'll take it, man. Tim Means via knockout in the third. Let's see. And then, overall, and then, Usman's brother, the most overrated heavyweight of all time, I feel like. God.
I mean, he's still on the early prelims, though, isn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's fighting on the pre-pre's.
Yeah.
He's a Terrence McKinney pre shoddy.
Hey, man, I read into Terrence McKinney's story a little bit, man.
Man, okay. Don't get me started because I read into that shit how he used to be a drug addict and then he changed his life and now he's in the UFC and he's fighting. Man, I want to believe like every ounce of that shit. But then again, I look at him and I'm like, he reminds me of my brother, that somebody who would say a story with 10% of the truth.
I OD'd. What'd you OD on? Weed.
Yeah. I mean, if all that shit is true, I'm sorry. Like, awesome. I'm glad you're clean. I'm glad you're fucking doing well. But I know a lot of people in my life that will tell you 10% of the story and you'll believe 90% of it because the 10% sounded so believable.
Yes.
And that's my brother.
It's a good story, but the thing is how true it is. I OD'd. I mean, what'd you OD on?
I mean, fuck, dude. I could have OD'd 100 times back in high school.
I mean, I may have, to be honest. Who knows?
I mean, I've woken up and didn't know where the fuck I was.
Wasn't from weed, though.
No, not from weed. But I don't know, man. But yeah, anyways, we'll get off of his track. But actually, speaking of that, I know this is not a UFC topic, but if you haven't yet, speaking of overdosing and drugs, if you haven't watched the series Painkillers, that's a fucking good ass TV show.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. It got me hooked last night, bro. I was watching it. It's about like the guy who started Oxycontin and how the opioid pandemic started and like everybody started doing drugs and that's like where everything came from. It's like a whole documentary about it.
So many deaths when those OC80s came out, man.
Oh, dude, it's wild, bro.
Fighters were using them too, man. Wrestlers were using them. Everything dude, those shits, they were meant to get you addicted.
Oh, yeah. And if you watch that show, you'll see. It's like they basically like turned it like true stories of people telling their story about people they personally knew. in a Lifetime like movie. Like they made like actors and shit, and they tell the whole story of people like getting addicted to painkillers and shit. It's a good show.
Speaking of painkillers, after watching that one fighting Muay Thai recap that you told me to watch,
Oh,
both
bro.
those guys needed a fucking painkiller.
Hey,
Jesus.
I'm glad you brought that up because I wanted to talk about that, dude. That was one of the best, most entertaining fight events I've ever seen. From top to bottom, dude. I watched because I thought the fight started at 8:30. Like I thought the main event was starting at 8:30, but there was like 15 to 20 fights that I sat and watched from 8:30 to like to lunchtime. And every fight was a scrap, dude. It was a banger.
Joe Rogan even said if there's some good promotion behind this for Muay Thai, could be the biggest sport.
I don't disagree.
He was like, this is fucking insane,
dude. There were so many people bloody. Just every fight, someone was bleeding.
It looked like the movie Bloodsport.
Yeah, it was awesome. Like, I loved it.
I was like, dude, and I watched the recap. I was like, damn, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, man, I'm surprised Super Leg pulled it out, man. I didn't agree with that shit. Dude, the elbows. That shit. What is wrong with the UFC? Why don't fighters utilize that more often?
They stopped using time, man. The thing is, it's really good for if you guys want to. If you're losing the fight, you want a TKO stoppage real quick. Boom,
dude,
right there.
How many front elbows did you see when you watched it over?
And so much, and I did not see. Nobody does that. Like I would be
elbows in the clinch, just down elbow, just front. That front elbow, dude, was
nuts, dude.
That was nasty.
The art of 8 limbs, man, and it's just insane, dude.
I don't really understand. I literally sat there and told myself that I was like, why don't UFC fighters utilize this more often? Like.
They did, man. They did, man. And like, I mean, Anderson Silva was great at using the Thai clinch, using elbows in the beginning of his days. Man, there was a lot of other good fighters that threw bows. I think Thiago Alves, if I remember his name right. A lot of these guys used really good fucking elbow strikes. But,
speaking of Anderson Silva, I read a post the other day and somebody was trolling. It had to have been trolling, saying like, how can anybody put Anderson Silva in their top 5? Or how can Anderson Silva ever be a top 5, blah, 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 based on how he ended his career and all the losses. And it had to have been a troll because it pissed me off to see that.
The dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. But the thing is, dude, I mean, he should have. Nobody does what he does anymore. They don't go out and fighting when they're losing. It's like watching one of your old basketball players go out there and still it sucks. And it's like, yo, yes, he just lost this match, but yes, he's still performing and he won like 6 rings, but now you're judging him for sucking now.
Like and Michael Jordan going to the Wizards, dude.
Dude, it's just casual fans that are fucking idiots, dude, that don't even want to watch. Like, it's not like there's been many UFCs. Like, you want to be a real fan, watch it from the beginning, you dumb fucks.
Yeah, that's what it really annoys me, I think, nowadays when it comes to the UFC, because what I've noticed here, and it's kind of pisses me off. So with gambling, you know, I love the betting of sports and I love the betting of UFC and shit like that. But betting is getting so overwashed right now with so many of these kids and young kids who think they're just fucking the smartest people in the world with all sports. And it's really tough to see in the UFC. So like Twitter, I see these kids on Twitter, dude, 20, 21, 22, 18, 19-year-old kids who are like, so caught up in what the fuck is going on right now in the UFC. They have no idea about watching it from the beginning to now and how the sport has progressed and what good back then and what good looks like now. They just think like, oh, Paddy Pimblett. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, it's stupid, man.
Nobody got to watch fucking Chuck Liddell and Rampage Jackson throw overhand rights and fucking clean cock knock each other out.
Dude, these
full
guys
on scrap fest, dude.
They don't even know what pride fighting is. Pancrase,
dude.
Thing, dude. And it's just stupid, man. It's like when I was younger, like I obsessed over it.
Me too.
Like when I first knew what it was, I went to SureDog.com.
SureDog.com, dude.
I went and looked at every single fucking match ever from all my favorite fighters. There was a huge Japanese and Chinese population of fighters that were just out there killing it, dude. And it was just the most insane sport ever. The rules weren't that regular. Like Rampage said in one of his podcasts, they didn't test me for shit in Pride. Bro.
That's because they didn't give a fuck.
Yes, dude. And speaking of that, actually on Pride Guys, did you watch what the Mark Hunt did? He went
I,
to court with the UFC again. He lost again, I guess.
what's he trying to go after them for? Like fighter damage?
I do not know. Dana White responded, man. I think if it's fighter damage, that's on him. His dumbass would. And it's not from him fighting in the UFC. It's from him getting knocked the fuck out by Giants and Pride, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's his legal fight with Dana White and Brock Lesnar.
About
Wow.
what?
Oh, hold on. Fraud, conspiracy against the UFC. White and Lesnar is connected with Hunt's ill-fated fight against the WWE. Oh, that Lesnar would not use performance-enhancing drugs in connection with their UFC 200 fight, and Lesnar was doping, so he's trying to get a bag.
He's trying to go to court saying that when he fought Brock Lesnar, that Brock Lesnar was using drugs.
Dana White let him dope up.
Fuck it.
And dude, he's tried to sue the UFC like 7 times.
He'll never win, dude. He's not gonna beat out Dana White, dude, in his own fucking sport.
No, dude. Dana White slapped his wife on TV and got applauded for it.
Yeah, he didn't get in any trouble for that at all.
It's insane.
That is fucking wild. But yeah. So I was thinking about some old fighters too. Like, you remember Yushin Okami?
Oh, come on. Are you kidding me, dog?
Bro, that was like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, when I think prime USC, I'm thinking like Dan Henderson, Yushin Okami, Anderson Silva, Chuck Liddell, Tito Ortiz, fucking.
And Hendo came late. Dan Henderson came really late.
I know. Who was the other?
Yeah.
Who was the other? Rich Franklin, Wanderlei Silva.
Yeah.
Andre Avosky.
You remember Cal Uno?
Yeah. Bro, there was so many good Japanese and Chinese fighters back in the day, bro. Like, the sport doesn't have enough of them at the moment, I think. Like, UFC used to be like there'd be guys on there who were like dominant. But we haven't seen, besides, I mean, who's the only Chinese champ right now we have is fucking damn, I can't remember her name right now. Blanking.
It's the lady.
Zhang Weili.
Yeah.
Yeah, but outside of that, she's probably been the last like Japanese or Chinese champ.
Yeah, I mean, Shudo was a very big organization. People remember that.
And they were coming over and fighting in Pride and fighting in fucking the UFC.
Shudo was good. There was this guy, I'm trying to remember his name right now. He fought in Pride. He fought like Dan Severn. He fought Ken Shamrock. He fought
the big guy?
Shuashi Funaki.
Yeah, Funaki.
Funaki was a fucking beast, dude. He was even in the WWE. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was fucking awesome. So I mean, there's these guys that were just.
But the UFC is a lot different than it used to be, dude. Like, I thought about this the other day. Remember back when they like named the fights? Like, it would be like UFC 98 Battle of the Bloodbath or some crazy shit.
31 No Way Out.
No Way Out. Yeah. Like, what happened to that?
Oh man, I guess they didn't want to bite the UFC. I mean the WWE on that one, but Jesus.
But now they're connected, so maybe we'll get some fight. We just got Noche UFC. I don't know if that's a start.
Yeah, that's a start. I mean, shit.
I'll take some fucking cool names.
Godly, that's insane, dude.
Like, what if they did like John Jones's like Home Sweet Home, UFC 295, Home Sweet Home, or something like that?
They'll try to make it so like new age. They'll be like UFC 302, no cap.
No cap. UFC 296. Never mind. I'm not gonna say what I was about to say. We'll get fucking banned real quick.
Right, quick.
Oh man.
Yeah. So pretty much with the news, we got loaded with it this week. We got not a big fight night, kind of a whack one next week. But I mean,
really,
this is
2 weeks in a row. I mean,
it's putting us in. I mean, we good things are worth waiting, and we're getting probably one of the. Everyone wants to see Russia lose. And you have like 5 times to see that, maybe 4 times to see it happen. So,
All right, let me ask you this: you got Makhachev Oliveira 2, UFC 294. You got UFC 295. You got UFC 296 to finish off the year. What is your most anticipated fight? What is the fight you're looking forward to the most?
oof. Let me see. So you have the biggest ones. You have Alex Yuri. Then you have John Jones
And
versus Stipe.
it doesn't even have to be the main event. It could be any fight for the rest of the year. What's the fight you're looking forward to the most?
Dude, this is tough. Give me 1 second, man. Dude, it's got to be. Honestly, I even said I wasn't really looking forward to it earlier, but because I'm worried about Charles, man. I'm not a big Charles fan, but I do really like him a lot more than I like Islam. So besides that, I mean, I think a really cool fight to watch personally. It's not gonna be the best.
Let's see if we're about that life right now.
I like Hamza versus Paulo.
My man, dude, that's the fight I'm looking forward to the most, dude. I really am.
Oh my God, dude. Listen,
I
that's
cannot
gonna.
wait for that fight, dude.
I can't wait for the press conference. I can't wait for everything because I mean, the card, the whole card is insane, dude. I mean, dude, you got Magomed fighting Johnny Walker. That's gonna
Oh,
be
this card is top notch too.
Yeah, Magomed versus Johnny Walker. You got Trevor Peake gonna throw the weirdest punches known to
Dude,
man.
Ikram Alaskarov and Imavov is gonna be a ballin' ass fight.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah. Oh, you said, and then you got Nurmagomedov, whatever. You have Khabib's cousin. Yeah, Khabib's cousin on there. Then you have some other Russian guy named Iram Aleskarov versus.
Tajikistan.
Yeah, dude. And then I mean, dude, Hamzat
Yeah,
Costa.
the Hamzat Costa fight is that's my favorite of the year, to end the year, and then followed by probably Yuri Alex. And
You like Yuri Alex, dude?
I love Yuri Alex. Yeah, can't wait for that for sure. And then probably after that, I'm really intrigued by Shavkat Wonderboy. I'm really intrigued by how that fight's going to turn out.
Yeah, I mean, Shavkat's undefeated, bro, and it's just, I mean, dude, hold on, dude. Shav, can we see a potential Ian Gary and Shavkat fight?
We could come down to it.
They're both undefeated, bro.
I know.
That's 2 undefeated welterweights trying to make a name for themselves. Wow.
The only thing that really sucks is we're not getting a Bo Nickel fight before the end of the year.
That's some fuck shit.
I guarantee you he'll fight 297.
Yeah.
Start the year out.
Will. And hopefully that's a fucking Conor McGregor card. Hopefully.
I don't know, man. I don't think we'll see Conor again, dude.
No, there's a way. I mean, he's still training.
Think so?
And dude, he's not that old, man.
He's not, but he's so wealthy, he never has to worry about fighting again.
Well, hopefully he still has that dog in him that wants to.
That's the problem. Would you?
Yeah.
If you just sold your liquor company for hundreds of millions of dollars, you're 35 years old, and you're worth $500 million, like $500 million, and you're gonna go out there and risk brain damage and getting knocked out at 35 when you're already fucking rich for the rest of your life?
Man,
I don't know, man. I personally, if I was that rich and had the life I had and I was Conor McGregor, I was that guy, I personally would have never took the fucking Ultimate Fighter personally, because now it puts yourself against the wall to make yourself look like a bitch if you do back out or if you don't fight. But if he never was to take the Ultimate Fighter, then he could easily just skate away and go the rest of his life with never fighting again, and no one would ever even question Conor McGregor. But now, since he did do the Ultimate Fighter, there's a reason behind the fight. Now it just makes more sense to make him fight. So he could potentially lose to Michael Chandler, and I don't know how that affects his career, but he's going to get paid a fucking bag.
Yeah, he's definitely going to get paid a bag. Oh, speaking of, I always think of Nate Diaz. You saw his battery charge got dropped for him.
Choking that guy. Yeah.
Good. Do you think he would fight again?
Yeah, he's gonna fight Jake Paul in the MMA.
That's what it is in MMA?
Yeah, I guarantee you what's gonna happen is the fucking PFL is gonna offer him like a ridiculous amount of money to fight in the PFL ring, the PFL cage.
I don't know. The Pauls have some connections to WWE, who have some connections to UFC, so I mean, it could happen.
No, well, it's not the UFC. Nate Diaz they won't fight in the UFC because Jake Paul's signed to the PFL. So, I'm glad we got a little bit of time left. So I definitely want to talk about this before we speak into the PFL. But yeah, I think that what's going to end up happening is they're going to offer Nate a substantial amount of money to fight him in the MMA and the PFL smart cage.
Shit.
But I was listening to Joe Rogan. He had Francis Ngannou on the other day, and he was talking to him about the potential John Jones fight. And Francis did not say that it wouldn't happen. Only thing Francis said that is it would not happen in the UFC.
Shit.
So now we think, what if John Jones retires from the UFC?
No, watch his words though. I retired from the if it's from the UFC, then there's a chance.
And then he gets paid. He gets offered the biggest fucking stack of his life to fight in the PFL against a mega fight, super mega fight in the PFL smart cage against Francis Ngannou.
Oof, that's nuts.
Dude, it had me thinking. I was like, damn, okay. All right, now you got me thinking, like,
they got the bread for it.
Because obviously, yeah, they do. And now that the Saudis, and they're about to buy Bellator too,
Ooh, I mean, dude, Bellator's got some big names still. Fucking Khabib's little brother's undefeated, and he's in fucking Bellator. He's a champ.
Yep. So,
Cyborg Chris, fucking beast.
But yeah, so they didn't count it out. Francis Ngannou did not count it out.
That's what's up. Well, that'd be sick.
And he says he wants to fight John. He wants to fight him. He just won't fight him in the UFC.
Sheesh.
Because obviously he signed the contract to PFL.
Damn, bro. It's going to be good. I mean,
yeah.
Give it the you want.
But yeah, I wanted to bring that up. But I really don't have anything else, Nasty.
Yeah, I'm all done for this week, man. So
and if we need to do another episode at the end of the week, we can. I know we wanted to keep it short and sweet and just kind of do some highlight touches and just get out an episode for the week so we didn't miss it. But yeah, we got Dawson Green fight night coming up, not this weekend, but the next weekend. Few events happening this week though. We have a grappling event that Aljamain Sterling is headlining. So check out that. You have the ONE FC, the women's fight that's happening this weekend, the whatever that shit's called. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But big ONE FC event this weekend. But other than that, we had a good break. We'll take a refresh. We'll sit back, watch some football tonight and this weekend, and then we'll won't have to worry about fighting too much until the next week. So we'll be back on Wednesday next week. And going forward, you already know, baby, things are about to start changing. A lot of good stuff's coming to this podcast. So strap your seatbelts in. Stay tuned. Me and Nasty got a lot of good things coming. A lot of new ideas, a lot of things. I know we've said it a lot and we haven't executed quite yet, but I can promise you this. We've got a bunch of stuff in the pipeline that's going to be coming to fruition real soon. So again, if you do watch football and you do watch fighting, come hang out with us in the Overs Club. We're there every weekend, especially now that football season's back. So we show all the fights. We obviously we show all the fights. We show all the football games. So come hang out, have a good time. Put some sports bets in and chill out, brother. But yeah, Nasty, I'll catch you next weekend, brother. I know you're getting back to your grind. I'm going to sit back and enjoy my 3-day weekend, big dog.
Yo, turn up, boy. Have fun.
Yes, sir. Well, we'll see y'all next week. Y'all have fun. Enjoy. Appreciate it, Nasty. Peace.
30.